Daoud, what has been the reaction there in Jordan, where so many Palestinians live, to this normalization of relations, this warming of relations between the UAE and Israel?
Well, Jordan on the governmental level is in a very difficult position because it has good relations with the UAE, and 200,000 Jordanians work in the UAE. So they don't want to cause any harm to their own citizens. And there's a lot of investment from the UAE in Jordan. But at the same time, they're very unhappy with the fact that the UAE has broken with the consensus in the Arab world by basically violating the Arab and Islamic peace plan, which called for the normalization only after Israel withdraws from the occupied territories. And it's seen as a gift to the Israeli radical and extremist Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for really nothing. They got nothing out of it except the reselling of the annexation, which was already sold to the world, that it was suspended. So I think they are in a difficult position, but they're not happy with what happened.
And what exactly does the UAE want from Israel?
I think they want the US from Israel. They want Washington to be on the good side of Washington, and they might want to have some business. You know, UAE has lost a lot of economical benefits because the oil prices went down. Tourism has gone down. They've lost wars in Iraq, in Libya, and in Yemen. So they need to reassert themselves as a powerhouse in the Levant area, and they're not doing very well. So I think they want to reassess their independence, and they want to please the Americans.
All right. And who's next, do you think? What other countries do you see are normalizing relations with Israel? And could Saudi Arabia also be a possibility? Jared Kushner seems to think so.
I actually think none of them. I really don't think that any country in the near future, at least until after the US elections. If Trump is re-elected, yes, you might have a few countries to join the UAE. But if he's not re-elected, I doubt any Arab country is going to go through the attacks and the really nastiness that they got out of breaking with the Arab leadership and with the Arab peace plan. So I think for the time being, you will not see anybody joining the UAE.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much. Daoud Kuttab joining us from the Jordanian capital, Amman. Thank you for your time.